shipping costs, payment fees, listing fees. There's just so many different fees and things to think about when you decide to list a product on Etsy. Today, we're gonna break it all down. We'll go over what it's gonna cost you to put every single item on Etsy and what kind of profit you're gonna make with those items. We'll talk about how to price your items and just understand all the mechanics behind the scenes with Etsy. Welcome back to More Designs, where we go over everything from using to making to selling digital planners. If that's something that you're interested in, take a second to subscribe to this channel and support us by liking this video. So today I'm going to jump onto my computer in a minute and kind of walk you through all the ins and outs of all the payments and behind the scenes fees of Etsy. But just know overall, it feels like a lot when you start to look at it, but when we break it down by one product at a time, it's actually not that bad. And you have to keep in mind that Etsy is bringing traffic to you. There are other options for opening up a shop, and as you grow, they're great to pursue, but when you're just getting going and you don't have a huge following, by being on Etsy, you're actually having traffic driven to you. About 50% of my customers are coming from Etsy, and 50% are people I'm bringing in. So a big piece of why Etsy is taking that money from you, you're getting things in return. So today, let's hop on over to my computer together. So today, we're gonna walk through my shop a little bit, talk about some of the fees, talk about what that looks like, and just really understand the background of the money side of Etsy. So to start, I'm going to jump into my shop manager just to show you where all this information is, because I think sometimes as a new shop owner, it's good just to study all that. So when you're in your shop manager dashboard, if you go to our community and help tab, you're going to see that there's a lot of resources here, but the site policies is one of the greatest places for you to check out. Once you're on there, you'll be able to check the sellers tab, and you're going to have everything you need to know in terms of the logistics of owning an Etsy shop. So within here, there is a section called fees, payments, and policies, and this is where it's going to break down all the different money that's coming in and out of your account for one reason or another as you're selling products. There are a lot of different things that can happen with your products in terms of fees that come out. I'm going to go over the major ones. Today we're going to kind of do the big overview for what most of your sales are going to look like. So within this listing, the first thing you'll see is that every single listing is going to have a 20-cent listing fee. And what that means is every single time you put an item on your Etsy shop, you are paying 20 cents to have that item on there. This is why when you first open your shop, it's actually going to cost you 20 cents to open your shop, because you have to put at least one product up. If you're putting 10 products up, it's going to cost that 20 cents 10 times. So the next big thing that they're going to do is they're going to take a cut of your profit. And this is kind of their convenience for operating Etsy for you, for driving traffic to you and everything else in between. So everything that you sell, they are going to take 5% off of that sale to keep for themselves. And this is 5% right off the top. So whatever price that you're putting in, if I go back to my listing, whatever price I'm putting in here, they are going to be taking 5% off whenever I sell this product to keep for themselves. The last two things that I wanted to talk about were payment processing and shipping fees. Now, shipping fees I'm not going to spend a lot of time on because most of you are selling digital products, which means this does not affect you. When I first started my Etsy shop, I was doing physical stickers, so that was one thing I had to calculate in whenever I was figuring out what price to put my stickers at, because I needed to make sure I had enough money to ship my product and still make a profit. But digital products, we don't have to worry about that, which means they can't collect that fee from you. The other one that they are going to take from you is a payment processing fee. Whenever you're using things like a credit card and all that kind of stuff, the credit card companies are actually charging the company to be able to use their credit card and their service and everything like that, which is why gas stations now charge you to pay with credit as opposed to cash. So essentially Etsy is putting that back on us. So if you sell something, yes, they're going to take care of collecting the money, sending the money to your bank account or whatever your payment that you've set up, but they are going to charge you a certain amount on top of everything else just to take care of all that. Now, this one is a little bit more complicated because it isn't a flat fee for everyone. It's actually different based off of where you are. So again, this is why it's so helpful to dive into Etsy's policies and really understand it for where you are and what you're selling and everything else. And this is going to be based off of where you are selling from. So in my case, and just from my YouTube analytics, for most of you guys I know as well, we're selling from the USA. I do have several viewers overseas, but the vast majority of you are in the US. So do take a second to check this out. It breaks down every single area, what it's going to charge you, and what it's going to charge you based off of that amount. So in this case, if I scroll all the way down to United States, So every time I sell a product, I'm gonna be charged 3% and then an additional 25 cents. So these are your three big things that Etsy is going to take out. They're gonna take out your listing, payment processing, and then their cut of the money. On the surface, it looks like a lot. I wanna break down what that actually translates to within a product. So I'm gonna go back to my shop and I'm gonna pull up my payment amount tab. And this is actually something that has changed with how they deal with your money. And basically what they try to do is they try to track it all and do all of it internally and then just give you your profit. It used to be that you would pay all the fines and processing and stuff out of your bank account or your credit card, and then later on they would send you the money. So now it's really nice. You actually don't end up paying Etsy very often at all, so long as you're making consistent sales, because they're just gonna take it out of the money that they owe you. And their dashboard, in my opinion, is super easy to understand. I kind of trust Etsy to do the work, and I just keep an eye on my overview. So they're actually gonna break down how much you're making versus how much you're spending on their things. So do keep in mind, if you're making a physical product, Etsy doesn't know how much you're spending on your physical product materials. But in terms of digital, my profit's sitting right in front of me. On their finance dashboard, you're gonna see a simple spot where it goes, how many sales are you making? And then how much are you giving back to Etsy for one reason or another. And then they break it down as to every single time what that means and what that looks like. So in this period of time, I spent $13.20 just on listing fees. And so that's relisting or listing new products for the first time. I still have a few physical products in my shop and I'm gearing towards fully digital, but I do have $3.20 worth of shipping costs still on here. And then I also have the $6.12 versus $6.12 for transactions. So we're gonna dive into an item and understand where every single piece of that is coming out, but just know you have a cheat sheet right here. You don't have to be doing all this calculation and understanding all these pieces once you get a handle of it. You can jump on here and see, okay, I made $114, I spent $22. I know it took this amount of dollars to make my product. I'm in the green, that's what matters. So Etsy is actually going to break down every little piece of what's happening here. They're gonna show you what fees and taxes they take out. They're gonna talk about what your balance is on your overall account, and you can see what money they're gonna send you. So I wanna look at one of my transactions that was more simple. So I'm gonna look at this $5 listing where I sold this Procreate stamp set, and I sold it on the 23rd. So you're gonna see, first off, because I sold it, Etsy immediately wanted to put it back in my shop. So the first thing Etsy did was they sold it to that person and then they put it right back on my shop and therefore charged me that 20 cents. And that's gonna happen every single time so long as quantity is still above 0. So the first thing that happened when I sold it, Etsy charged me 20 cents. The next thing Etsy did was Etsy charged the customer $5, which is the cost of this particular item. And then they took off 40 cents. So that 40 cents is my payment processing fee. So if you take $5, and I can't even pull a calculator up. If I take my $5 and multiply it 0.03 for that 3%, I get 15. And then I'm gonna add in that 25 cents, because if we remember, it's 3% plus 25 cents, and that's where my 40 cents comes in. So Etsy charged the customer $5. That $5 is now mine, but Etsy pulled out of that $5 40 cents because that 40 cents was their processing fee for my product. So that left me with $4.40. Now after that, there's one more fee to take out, which is their cut, that 5%. So again, if I pull up that calculator, $5 times 0.05 is 25 cents. So you'll see they also took out that 25 cents. So for my $5 listing, I walked away with $4.15. What that means is you need to think about your pricing based off of all of those fees that are getting listed on top of this. So I want to talk a little bit about how I've priced things in the past, because it looks different for digital products versus physical products. First thing you need to consider when pricing your items is how much is it going to cost you to make. The next thing you want to consider is making your prices competitive. Now, one of the mistakes I made early on was my mindset was, my shop only has 30 something sales. I want more sales. I want more reviews. I'm going to make it cheap so people come in and buy it. It doesn't work, because when they see that your prices are cheap, their mindset goes to, these are cheap products. So really price your products for what they're worth. So for example, I'm actually getting ready to release a new set of digital stickers later today. So by the time you're watching this, they will already be live. I always like to look up what other people are selling that product for. So in this case, they're actually weight loss digital stickers. And then I can start to see what other people are selling similar products for. So right here, I see a product that has 500 fitness stickers, which is amazing. My set is actually only 100 stickers. But the other thing is, think about what you're actually making. So when I pull this listing up, it is a ton of stickers, but a lot of it is the same sticker multiple times in different colors. It looks like there's a whole bunch of just simple boxes with to do, to pay. So like not all of those took a ton of time to create, whereas some of these boxes would have taken much longer to create. So that's one thing to put in the back of your mind is effort, time and effort for it. But 500 stickers, they're gonna sell them for $6.44. If I go back, I can pull up another one. So this looks like a much smaller set. And actually the seller did not tell me how many stickers there are, but just eyeballing it, I don't know, maybe 20. Another listing. But these, I will say a lot of these look like much more detailed things. I mean, they have actual people in them. I can't draw people, so that's not mine. I'll give you that much. But some of them are more just words as well. And so if I look at this one, this really doesn't have any hand-drawn ones, it looks like, and is $2.49. As I'm flipping through this, I'm seeing that there is a range. It looks like the low end is this $2.50. It looks like as we get higher end, we're talking about like $8, give or take. So I want to think about pricing my product, probably not in the $2.50 range. That one's really low. I'm probably going to be looking at more around the $5 range because my set is, like I said, I do have 100 stickers in my set and a lot of them are hand drawn. So I'm thinking probably more towards the $5 range. The other thing I always do is I do this research before I'm totally done and ready to list the product, because sometimes I will pad out my products a little bit more so that I can be more competitive with what's out there rather than bringing my price down. Let me explain to you what I mean kind of by padding out my product a little bit. So this is actually the printed physical set of stickers that I started with, and I wanted to start to digitize them. And originally when I turned them into a digital sticker and thought about selling them, I started re-looking at some of them because I had to change it a little bit. So like here, for example, I have 6 of these dumbbell stickers. Well, we all know that when you're digitally planning, there is no reason to duplicate the same sticker because the person can reuse the same PNG over and over and over again. So all of a sudden those 6 stickers became 1. Same with my 8 weigh-in stickers. Little by little, I was taking stickers out, I was formatting all of them, and I was discovering I really kind of had somewhere, I think around 20 stickers, and that was just nowhere near enough. If I listed 20 stickers, I was gonna have to list them for maybe $2. And I really wanted to make this a bigger set. So instead of just taking that and listing it, I turned what was a set of around 20 stickers into a set that's over 100 stickers. And that's going to allow me to list it for a much higher price. And you'll see that's what other people are doing in here when they're padding it out with some more simple stickers. So if I were to go back to that first listing we looked at, you can tell that this person has made some amazing hand-drawn stickers. I'm not gonna lie, this washi tape with the weights is adorable. I kind of want that sticker just from the set. Now, if we're honest, this silhouette of someone running probably took her some time to create. This round sticker with a heart in it probably took 2 seconds. But by adding that round sticker with a heart in it, you can then list it by saying 500 stickers. So there are some easy ways to kind of pad out your products so that you can charge an amount that's going to give you that end profit in the end. It is worth thinking about how are you going to be competitive, and at the same time, how can you make your product worth the amount that you want to charge it. So in the end, as you're pricing your products and getting your products up on your shop, there is so much to think about in terms of the money and the behind the scenes thing. The biggest thing you want to make sure in terms of Etsy fees and processing is make sure you're going to make profit in the end. Make sure that as you're pricing your items, you know that the amount you're going to take back from it is still going to earn you money. The other thing you want to make sure you're doing is that you're competitive with other people that are in your field. And to do that, I always just go on Etsy, search what other people are doing, and kind of study those products. You will get the hang of it. Before you know it, you're going to be making money on Etsy. I can't wait to hear about your journey, and I can't wait to continue this series on Etsy where I dive into some of the things I'm learning along the way. Make sure you subscribe so that you don't miss another video. Bye for now.